Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to my presentation today. My name is Brook Seifu. I am a senior at Marquette University majoring in finance. And this is my third pitch as an analyst in the applied investment program. And today I'll be sharing you my research and suggestions on Lumentum Holdings, ticker LITE. Before I proceed to my pitch, I would like to share you my screening process. I was looking for a company that can capitalize from the current secular growth that we're seeing in IT, cloud infrastructure, 5G rollout, and a company that has the technology to evolve in the new COVID-19 world. After digging a little bit more into electrical products and semiconductor space, I discovered Lumentum Holdings, which is a provider of optical and photonic products addressing a wide range of end market applications, including data communications, telecommunication networking, and commercial lasers. The company operates under two main segments: optical communications, which represents about 90% of fiscal 2020 revenue, and includes a wide range of components, modules, and subsystems to support customers, including carrier networks for local, metro, long haul, and submarine applications. And the other segment is commercial laser, which represents about 10% of fiscal 2020 revenue and serves customers in markets and applications such as metal processing, general manufacturing, biotechnology, and other industrial uses. Customers of Lumentum includes Apple, Alphabet, ZTE, Ciena, Huawei, and Nokia, and many other telecom and data providers. The company mainly drives its revenue from Asia Pacific, which represents about 76%, Americas 17%, Europe 5%, and others 2%. Since its spin-off in 2015, Lumentum has emerged to become one of the leading industry players in the optical components and subsystem industry, serving customers in the telecommunication and cloud data center end markets. This market dominance in new generation technologies has led Lumentum to grow its revenue at a 15% CAGR, EPS at a 47% CAGR, and expanded its gross margin from 33% to 45 to 47% between fiscal year 2015 and fiscal year 2020. Besides its penetration in telecom and datacom businesses, Lumentum has positioned itself as a leader in the new and rapidly expanding 3D sensing market, which is expected to grow at a CAGR of 31%, reaching a total of $13 billion in 2026. As the usage of internet is increasing at an alarming rate, Lumentum is already set up to supply its next generation technology lineups, such as MXNs, RODMs, PM4, and many other different technology chip and datacom chips that can provide higher network bandwidths, increased network capacity, and lower cost of ownership. To further extend its leadership in the telecom transport and datacom chip industry, Lumentum acquired Oaklore in 2018 for about $1.8 billion. We can see that acquisition has been successful so far, as it provided more than 50% incremental revenue growth in 2019 and generated an annual rate cost synergy of $60 million in just 2 years' time. Due to the strong demand for optical communications emerging from 5G and data center customers, leading position in 3D sensing technologies, and improved profitability and operational efficiency, it's recommended that Lumentum Holdings to be added to the AIM Small Cap Equity Fund with a price target of $99.92, representing a 36% upside. Moving on to my first driver, which is 5G and cloud infrastructure growth. From the very start of my screening process, what really caught my attention was Lumentum's strong position in this advancement of 5G rollout and the continuous growth of hyperscale cloud and data center investments. In order to meet this growing demand, Lumentum has already introduced 3 new high-speed laser datacom chips that are capable of increasing the size of the bandwidths and reducing cost of ownerships, which many of their customers have been demanding so far. The 5G infrastructure market is also expected to reach a total market value of $29 billion in 2025, growing at a CAGR of 50%. In addition to these major growth opportunities, Lumentum has already had an estimated backlog value of $150 million, which they expect to deliver in fiscal year 2021. Now I'll be going over my second driver, which is dominance in 3D sensors. Lumentum's additional growth opportunity is through its dominance in 3D sensor industry by using its DAG laser-equipped 3D sensors that are known for its applications on smartphones, computers, and gaming end markets. A good example for this would be the current facial recognitions that we use on our Apple iPhone 11 series, which Lumentum has supplied over 80% of that 3D sensors for Apple. In addition, they're expecting to supply about 57% of the new Apple iPhone 12 series in this upcoming fall and through 2021. And to further diversify their revenue with the 3D sensors, and especially in the smartphone market, they were able to land major contracts with Android phone makers, improving their technological dominance amongst two of the largest smartphone makers in the world. Additional opportunities for these 3D sensors can be obtained through autonomous vehicles and military applications, which both of them require a high precision and safety, which Lumentum's technology is capable of delivering. Moving on to my third driver, favorable sales mix. Over the past 2 years, Lumentum has significantly improved its gross margins after transforming their business to more higher margin focused product lines, such as datacom chips by acquiring Oklor and followed up by ramping in production of 3D sensors and next generation modems. Due to this certain adjustments, non-GAAP gross margin for Lumentum has increased by 700 basis points in fiscal year 2020, and management has indicated that these improvements are likely to be sticky and is projecting to see around 300 basis points improvements in gross margins over the next 2 years. In addition to this certain improvements, that management is dedicated to investing their capex in more laser-focused products, which can bring in higher gross margins, and also they're seeing a notable improvements in average selling prices, which will improve their gross margins over time, mainly in products like datacom chips and 3D sensors. In order to reach an intrinsic value for Lumentum, a 5-year DCF model was constructed by using a terminal growth rate of 2% and a weighted average cost of capital of 8.39%, which resulted in an intrinsic value of $104.36. Additionally, a PE multiple relative valuation was conducted by using a multiple of 32.27, reaching an intrinsic value of $95.22. Furthermore, an EV/EBITDA relative valuation was conducted by using a multiple of 17.85, resulting in an intrinsic value of $98.70. By weighting this revaluation 40, 30, 30, a price target of $99.92 was reached, resulting in an upside of 36%. Lumentum doesn't pay dividend. Now I'll move on to minor risks. The first one being geopolitics. Lumentum's key customer, which is Huawei, is the primary focus of the geopolitical conflict between China and the United States of America. Management has noted that the uncertainty in demand visibility from Huawei, which currently brings about $45 million in quarterly sales, could be in huge jeopardy. The current restrictions laid by the US government may affect the ability of Lumentum to supply Huawei with its ROADM and pump laser products. Moving on to my second risk, which is customer concentration. Lumentum's top customers account for more than 20% of its total revenue, which is Apple, and the rest of the additional 4 customers, which are Google, Cisco Systems, and Huawei and ZTE, combined with Apple represents about 60% of its total revenue in 2020. Changes in relationship with any of the big customers would have a negative implication to the financial performance of the company. Now I'll move on to management, starting with the president and CEO, Mr. Alan Lowe, who's been in charge of Lumentum since the spin-off from JDSU in 2015. During his time at JDSU, he was in charge of communications and commercial optical products, and he is one of the key architects for Lumentum's global dominance in 3D sensing market and improving its operational efficiencies. Mr. Vince Rocher, who is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, is also another instrumental leader in Lumentum's management board and has played a major role in the development of 3D sensing and new optical communication technologies such as RODMs, MXNs,